Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, family. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy, thankful, thriving, therapeutic Thursday. Happy, thankful, thriving, and therapeutic Thursday. Back again with another episode of SRDaily. Just listening to some background music. Some pain, physical pain, emotional pain, some mental anguish. Feeling crazy, feeling heavy, feeling a lot of things, thinking a lot of things, but ultimately feeling grateful for the pain that ultimately turns into power, for the losses and the failures that ultimately turn into wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Just grateful for the experience to be alive and to feel pain, and to care, and to feel hurt, and to feel sadness, and to feel grief. There was a time when I couldn't feel. There was a time when I couldn't feel and I was just hurt, and I didn't even know I was hurt. So to know that you're hurt is indeed a gift. To feel the pain is indeed a gift, and it is wisdom there. There is power there. There's purpose there. I'm grateful for the power and the purpose, for the power that's in my purpose, that's riddled with pain. But I know that the pain becomes progress, and the progress ultimately leads to profit and prosperity. There's a lot of potential in pain if you could just embrace it. If you could just embrace the pain, potential is there. Potential energy is all you need. And then just get that shit in motion, and you will have all that you need. So I'm just reminding myself, and I'm talking to myself out loud, reminding myself to keep going, to keep fucking going, even when the shit is fucking heavy, even when it seems like there's no fucking light. Sometimes the tunnel gets dark. Sometimes the tunnel gets fucking dark. And they say when you don't see the light, you use your inner guide and you trust yourself and you feel your way through it. When you can't see your way through, you feel your way through it. I'm just these wisdoms that I've learned through life experience, through hearing, through reading, through all of the different ways that I've gained these wisdoms. I'm reminding myself now in this fucking very tough time that I'm in this very tough time that I am currently in. It's an uphill fucking battle, man. And the battle just got tougher. The battle just got tougher. The hill just got fucking bigger. And I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna get there? And although I may not know how to get all the way to the top, I know that if I take one step, that's a step in the right direction. Climb one step forward, one step at a time. Because staying here, I'm not gonna get to the fucking top. I'm not gonna make no progress. I keep crying and I've cried, and I keep crying and I'm still crying, and I'm gonna cry again, and I'm gonna cry some more. But I'd rather cry than hold that shit in and explode, whether on myself or on somebody else, because I've done it before. I've been there before where I kept the pain inside, I didn't cry, and I just exploded it. I ended up in prison, and I ended up depressed, and I ended up with a gun to my head, just wanting to rest eternally. But no more. I face the shit head on. I experience all the emotions as they come. I express them as they come. I don't give a damn who around me is uncomfortable with me expressing my emotions. But I think you'll be more uncomfortable if I did some other shit. So I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to my ancestors. I made a commitment to my children, even before I was a father, that I will always do the work to transmute all energy. I will always do the work to heal myself from all pain and all wounds. We're in the process. We're gonna stop this background music, man. Thanks for listening to that rant. seeing me tear up a little bit. But yo, man, we here with another episode of SR Daily. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. This is episode 577. Episode 577 of SR Daily. It is Thursday, March 5th, 2026. Thankful, Thriving, and Therapeutic Thursday. We are here. And we are here. And that's all that we can ask for, because we could not be here. And if we were not here, then none of our troubles would matter. Right? Then none of this shit would matter if we didn't wake up this morning, if we didn't wake up today. All of the pain that we experience and all of the drama that we are living with in and under, none of this shit would matter. But we here. And that's a gift. It is indeed a gift. And we're going to get started with the show. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. This is episode 577 of SR Daily, Thursday. Thankful, Thriving, and Therapeutic Thursday, as we call it. March 5th, 2026. We're going to start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a word of the day. Today's word is transmutation. Transmutation is the word of the day. Transmutation is defined as the process of changing or converting one substance, element, or form into another, often implying a change to a higher or different state. Key examples include converting lead to gold in alchemy, radioactive decay in nuclear physics, or transforming personal consciousness. Usage examples in physics and chemistry: the radioactive decay of uranium-238 into thorium-234 is a natural transmutation. In alchemy, the mythical attempted conversion of base metals into gold. Metaphorical, psychological, shifting from a leaded, quote unquote heavy, to a gold, quote unquote light/positive state of consciousness. Now, that's general transmutation. Then you have spiritual transmutation. Spiritual transmutation is the profound process of transforming negative or lower vibrational energies like fear, pain, or negative thoughts into higher, more positive forms like love, purpose, or spiritual awareness. It is a form of inner alchemy, often involving self-awareness, conscious choice, and practices like meditation or breath work, leading to deep personal growth, liberation, and alignment with one's true spiritual self, essentially turning quote-unquote lead into gold within one's being. Key aspects of spiritual transmutation is energy transformation. The core idea is that everything is energy, and transmutation changes its frequency, shifting from a lower, denser state to a higher, lighter one. Emotional alchemy, turning pain into purpose, grief into gratitude, or fear into love is a common example. Self-dissolution and creation, dissolving old limiting beliefs, conditioning, and self-sabotaging patterns to create a new self aligned with your soul's purpose. Conscious choice, it involves actively choosing awareness and presence over automatic reactions or panic, as explained in this article on Medium. Spiritual practices, often facilitated through techniques like visualization, guided meditation, breath work, or deep introspection. Connection to alchemy, rooted in alchemical traditions where the goal was inner purification and awakening, not just changing metals. The goal was inner purification and awakening, not just changing metals. And one of my favorite books is Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist, right? The author of The Alchemist. The Alchemist is by far one of my favorite books. I think it is one of the greatest books ever written. I think it is one of the most widely sold books in the history of the world, right? And I love the story of how that book came to be so famous, right? He wrote the book. I think he sold like one copy in Brazil in like a year, 1 or 2 copies, 3 copies, or something like that in the first year or so in Brazil. He switched publishers. Publisher dropped them. He switched publishers, and still wasn't doing great. And then somehow somebody picked the book up. I think they were traveling to America, if I'm not mistaken. They had the book, and then somehow it got in Bill Clinton's hand, and the rest is history. It got in Oprah's hands, and the rest is fucking history. I love the story of. I love the book. I love what I learned about the author, and I really love the story of that book, right? And I love I think the follow-up to that book is Warrior of the Light, right? Which is And another extremely powerful book that I have. I have a lot of fucking books. I've read a lot of books. I love books. I love reading. I love reading other people's thoughts, other people's journeys, other people's perspectives, perceptions of the world, of life, right? I love in The Alchemist how they speak about not getting caught up in the dream of the world, right? The world has a certain frequency. The world has a certain energy. And a lot of times, most of us get caught up in that. And we forget that we are indeed individuals. We forget that we are unique, right? And we don't have to follow groupthink. We don't have to do everything that the rest of the fucking world is doing. We could self-determine, Kuji Jagalia, self-determine how you want to show up, right? How you want to perceive a certain situation, how you want to look at something. You have your own eyes for a reason. Yes, human family, links in the chain. Yes, tradition and culture, all of that has a space. But you as an individual also have your space. But yeah, that's our word of the day, transmutation. Sefu said Kofu on the check-in. Yo, Big Mo, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you. We're gonna turn to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment, man, it's we gotta talk about it though, right? We gotta talk about it. Second segment is our need to know news of the day. Today's news is something I learned yesterday, right? Which got me in like a crazy space. Got me in like a funk. So yesterday, talking to an attorney friend of mine about my child custody situation, right? I learned about something called Caden's Law, which is related to child custody in the state of Pennsylvania. It speaks about abuse, a history of violence, and how any parent with these issues will not be able to get 50-50 joint legal custody in the state of Pennsylvania, where my children are currently with their mother. So let's read a little bit about Caden's Law. Let's talk about it, right? When she gave me the news yesterday that she found out this law, she found out this thing in Pennsylvania, as working to like see my fucking babies, should just sit me in a deep hole, right? So this is from North Penn Legal Services, 60 plus years in the state of Pennsylvania. Caden's Law and Child Custody. This is from last year, March 21st, 2025. Last year, talking about 2024, Pennsylvania adopted SB 55, named Caden's Law, after a 7-year-old child who was brutally murdered by her father after a court had awarded him partial custody. Signed into law by Governor Josh Shapiro on April 15, 2024, Caden's Law took effect last August, making sweeping changes to the statutes that govern child custody. The crux of Caden's Law is a greater emphasis on child safety. The most impactful changes to the law can be summarized broadly as follows. The court must include safeguards to protect the child when awarding custody to anyone who has a history of abuse, even where the court has not necessarily found that there is an ongoing risk of harm to the child. If the court does determine that there is an ongoing threat of harm, then there is a presumption that any custodial time awarded to the party will be supervised. The court must provide a rationale in its order if unsupervised custody is awarded. The law now favors professional supervision when feasible and provides new requirements for the appointment of non-professional supervisors. The victim of the past or current abuse need not be the subject child. Caden's Law will be triggered if the victim of the abuse is any child or any other household member of the abuser. Safeguards are also required where a current household member of a party has a history of abuse. If the court finds a history of abuse based upon an indicated report by Child Protective Services, it must conduct its own separate hearing and make its own finding regarding the circumstances that led to the indicated report. The list of specific crimes that a court must consider when assessing risk of harm has been expanded to include simple assault, reckless endangerment, interference with custody of a child, and certain crimes against animals. The definition of abuse now includes stalking and specifically excludes the justified use of force to protect oneself or another from the other party. Caden's Law also addresses the accusations of parental alienation that are commonly made by abusive parties in custody litigation. In making a custody determination, the court must consider certain factors, including the willingness of each party to encourage frequent and continuing contact with the other party, as well as any attempts to turn the child away from the other party. In recent years, abusers have used these factors to their advantage, claiming that the other party has been alienating the child from them. Caden's law provides that a party's efforts to keep the child safe shall not be weighed against them, provided that their actions are reasonable and necessary to ensure safety. The above list is generalized and far from exhaustive. If you have questions about how the law applies to your own custody matter, you should discuss the specific facts of your case with an attorney. I have no history of abuse with my children, with my daughter, with my ex-wife. But I do have a felony from 22 years ago when I was 20 years old. Went to prison for assault. Nothing to do with, I didn't hurt a child. All right, I didn't hurt anyone in my family. It was in the streets, in the hood. So we're gonna read more. We're gonna talk to more people, and we're gonna figure this shit out. It's an uphill fucking battle, man. It's an uphill battle. But life has prepared me for uphill battles. There's been nothing but uphill battles since I was fucking conceived, right? To even get, to even fucking reach the egg, to even get here, it was an uphill fucking battle, right? So I'm up for the battle, man. I'm up for the challenge. I have the tools to, right, self-regulate. I have an incredible support system, right? Incredible fiance, incredible brothers and sisters, incredible friends, right? But it's gonna be a fight, man. It's gonna fucking state of Pennsylvania. Like, one thing I learned, right? One thing yesterday, one way I was able to get myself out of the funk, and I was able to still go do my thing. I had to go lead a meditation with some young people and all of that shit, right? And one thing I love that I bring my whole self to a space. And so when I went to lead the meditation with the young people, I didn't try to get rid of what I was feeling. No, I'm in this space, and this is what we're gonna meditate on, right? Where we need to give ourselves grace and compassion, where we need to take a different perspective on a relationship or situation, so that we can ultimately show up our best selves, and ultimately get what we want out of any situation. I went to lead a meditation with that energy, right? Young people if anybody one thing that helped me do yesterday was that laws are created to be changed, right? Laws are created to be changed. Laws can always be changed, can always be shifted. There can always be amendments, right, to bills and policy. I know that, and it's just is building this fire inside of me, right? Because there's already a whole movement to keep fathers, or to get fathers more active in their children's lives. Those who, to get fathers more present. Those who are alienated, those who have challenges and issues with being in their children's lives, and they want to be. There's a whole movement, and there's a growing movement, and it's pushing me to get more active in that movement and use my voice a lot more, right? I never want to throw anybody under the bus. I never want to talk bad about anyone. I just want to share truth, and truth is that my children miss me. Truth is that I miss them. Truth is that they want to see me. Truth is that I want to see them. And truth is that there are some entities that are not allowing that to happen right now. And I never wanted to go a legal route. I never wanted to come, but here we are. And we got to figure this shit out, right? Because they miss me, man, and I miss them. But let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment is the tip of the day. Today's tip is some kind of building off what I was just talking about. Wherever you are, be there. Wherever you are, be there. Do not wish that you are somewhere else, because that's how you miss the gift that is always in the present. That's a bar. Do not wish that you were somewhere else, because that is how you miss the gift that is always in the present. So be present, be still. Extract as much knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as you possibly can right from where you are. Whatever your circumstances, whatever the situation is, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is there. Do not rush to move through uncomfortable feelings and emotions, right? Ask yourself, what lessons can I get while here? There may be lessons for you or lessons for somebody else, right? Ask yourself, what lessons can I get while I'm here? Because there are lessons there. There is wisdom there, right? There is power there. You just got to be able to get that shit. But you can only get it if you're there. If you are not there, if you are somewhere else, you will not be able to get the wisdom that's right there in front of you, right? In your experience. And then when you run from a situation, eventually that's how you got to keep repeating and the shit keeps following you, right? You keep dealing with the same shit over and over and over again because you didn't get the fucking lesson, right? Yeah, I think that's extremely powerful, right? Like to just be there, be where you at, all right? And yesterday during meditation, right? So before meditation with the young people, we do a check-in, right? A number check-in, 1 through 10. And when it got to me, I was like, I'm at a 1 right now, right? I was like, I'm at a 1. I woke up at a 5 yesterday. Woke up at a 5. That conversation, getting that news, put me in like a -10, right? I was at a -10. Really hurt, really discouraged. But then, doing the work, the reframing, the self-conversation, all of the stuff that I know to do, right? Nervous system regulation, I was able to get back to a 1. So like I was at a 5, went to a -10, got back to a 1, all right? And that's where I was when we did our check-in. And dear brother in the group, he said, he hopes that I get better and that I get to at least a 7. And I'm like, when before I went into the meditation, I shared that it's okay to be at a 1, right? It's okay to be wherever you are. It's okay to be there. It's okay to feel low, right? Again, I've learned that there's wisdom there. There's knowledge there. There's understanding that I need to get when I'm there. I don't think that anything is a coincidence. I think that everything happens by divine alignment. Everything is divine appointment. Everything happens as it should happen for a very specific purpose. But when we wish we were somewhere else, when I want to get better, right? As opposed to, I'm in this process, I will be better, right? And truth be told, I did get better. I did get better from earlier in the day, -10, to that moment at a 1. That's fucking getting better, right? Like that is progress. That is progress, right? But I spoke to that it's okay to be at a 1, right? It's okay to be at a 0. It's okay to feel fucked up. It's okay to feel whatever that is, right? It's okay to feel that shit. It's okay to be there. As long as we learn, one, that's not gonna last always. Like as long as you do the things, right? I didn't before. If this was 5 years ago or so, I might have can't. I might be like, y'all can't make it in today, right? I would have, send a audio, send a video meditation. Right? I can't make it in today. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to go outside. But no, I still want to go out. I still want to do the things, right? With these heavy emotions. Like I can be heavy, I can feel low and still show up. It's power there. It's fucking great power there, not only for self, but for others, right? Lessons for you or for someone else, right? Me sharing that allowed the sister to share who's been having issues with her dad, wishing her dad would just come see her. Let me know. She started crying, said, yo, my dad came to see me. He ain't never come to see me. He came to see me. Like, but because I was able to be transparent and share my low moment, right? Share my heavy energy, share my heavy emotions. It allowed other people, gave other people permission that it's okay to not feel your best. It's okay to share these emotions. And like, it's going to get better. You got to know that. It's going to be okay. It always gets better. It always works out. It's always, God is with you. It's always working out on your behalf. It is always working out in your favor. You just got to fucking know that shit, right? Know that shit and trust that shit. But let's move right along to our fourth segment, our build of the day. Similar topic. We've gotten so used to fronting. People have gotten so used to fronting that we as humans act like grief and sadness are not part of life. We've gotten so used to fronting that we act like grief and sadness are not part of life. And so the question is, why are so many people always saying that they're good, but their behaviors are clearly showing that they're not? Oh, I'm good, but they're drinking every day. Oh, I'm good, but they're addicted to sex. Oh, I'm good, but they're addicted to shopping. Oh, I'm good, but they're addicted to any drug, any substance. Oh, I'm good, but they got an eating disorder. Oh, I'm good, but they're avoidance, right? They avoid people. They shut down. Oh, I'm good. Why you can't say, oh, I'm fucked up right now? Because we all get fucked up right now. Like, and it's okay to not be good. It's okay if your fucking mother dies, if your father dies, if your friend dies, if you have a bad breakup, you have a breakup period. If your friend is going through some shit, it's okay to be like, yo, I'm not good right now. Understanding that I'm alive, so yes, I'm quote unquote good. I'm fucking here, but I'm hurting right now. I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm feeling low. I'm feeling disconnected. I'm feeling fucking disappointed. I'm feeling betrayed. It's okay to feel that shit. Feelings aren't facts, and feelings don't last always. Everything is always in motion. The pendulum always fucking swings. The only way to transmute the shit is if you admit the shit. The only way to heal a shit is if you feel a shit. And that's true shit, right? That's true fucking shit. Why are so many people always saying that they're good, but their behaviors are clearly showing that they're not? Why are so many people afraid to acknowledge the heavier emotions? Or do they truly not experience them? Because I could be projecting. And certain people could have the ability to not feel sadness, to not feel anger, to not be, right? And the alcohol, the drug use, the sex, it could have nothing to do with emotions or nothing to do with where they at mentally or spiritually. It could just be something that they just want to do. I don't know, right? I could be projecting. What do you guys think? Please talk to me in the comments, right? Like, this show is for commentary. Please leave comments. Please talk to me. What do you think? Why are so many people always avoiding the heavy emotions? Or do some people simply not feel the heavy emotions? Let me know, please. Like, I am really curious, because I think that we all experience those heavy emotions. I think people are avoiding them, but some people cannot feel them. Some people cannot feel them. All right, or they could feel them when nobody's around, and then when they talking to people, they good. All right, I don't fucking know, man. Like, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get some fucking understanding. Please help me understand. Please help me fucking stand. Please, pretty please. All right. Sefu said, I think Sefu's on TikTok. Sefu left Facebook. He's on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the Facebook. Are people still on Facebook and YouTube? It says 2 people still watching. 2 people still watching on Facebook and YouTube. Oh man, my apologies, guys. I don't know what happened. I seen it. It was spinning. Yeah, if you're still on Facebook and YouTube, if it's working for you, drop a comment. Let me know you're still there. Mona Love is still on Facebook. Mona Love says some may feel heavy emotions briefly and allow them to pass. That's real. Sefu said, I think people are uncomfortable with vulnerability. I think that's real. Right? Yeah, please do chime in, man. Chime in. Because yeah, man, I think this is very important, right? Because I think some people have that ability to feel heavy emotions briefly and allow them to pass. And I think some people are frightened because we see the suicide rate, right, of people who saying that they're good, people who laughing and smiling in people's faces, and then they take their life. Or they have these addictions, they have these behaviors that's like, damn, like, what's this about? What is this connected to, right? I think it's important to talk about this shit and to name that, right? But yeah, man, that is where we at. Mona said you can be good overall and be fucked up about a certain situation at the same time. That's a fact. That is a fact. You can be absolutely good overall, great, and you can be fucked up about a certain situation at the same time. 2 things can exist at the same exact time. I know that to be factual. All right, as facts in my own life. I'm good overall, all right, but I'm fucked up. I think though that one of the challenges is I think people trick themselves, and I think is fake it till you make it. But dishonesty, you're not able to heal it. I think people are not able to heal certain things because they're not honest and saying that they're fucked up. They're like, I'm good. Or that thing, it bothered me before it happened, but it's gone now. Like, but it's showing up in your behaviors. It's showing up in your habits. It's showing up in your actions. It's showing up in how you communicate with people. It's showing up in how you take care of yourself or don't. Right? But guys, that's our show for today, man. That is our show. It is 9:30. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I got some shit to take care of. We actually got a court. We got virtual court. Not for the custody shit, for fucking child support shit. It's a lot of shit going on. And we one step at a fucking time. But listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marson. This is episode 577 of SR Daily. Please do join us tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, we're on TikTok Live. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! Get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love. Peace.